Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome back to the Wii version of Pikmin, returning to the Forest Navel one more time on day 6. Our final day of our journey is fast approaching. We are over halfway done with collecting ship parts. We are over halfway done in number of days we have to make our goal of 10 days in Pikmin 1 a reality. And we gotta get 4 more ship parts in the Forest Navel. Thankfully, unlike with the Gamecube version, we did manage to actually get all of the ship parts back to the Dolphin in time when we were here last. So that saves us at least a little bit of time. A little bit. And it shouldn't be a problem, honestly, getting everything out of the way. There are a lot of ways you could go about getting the last ship parts that I've left behind. I feel like I could have done the order of things a lot better here. The last 4 ship parts are kind of spread out across the map, and maybe it would have been possible to, like, better group things together, so I wouldn't have had such tight timing in dealing with things. And man, just blowhogs make me angry. Sometimes, if you just don't have enough Pikmin, enemies will refuse to die, and that is always a problem. And it doesn't help that there are a lot of water hazards around this map that Pikmin can easily get knocked into. And, yeah, sometimes it's just about patience and strategically maneuvering your Pikmin. Waiting for the right opportunity to swarm them in and deal a bunch of damage. It's definitely overall, swarming Pikmin tends to work out better. It tends to, anyway. There are very few enemies in the game where actually throwing Pikmin... Oh, that's fire. It's fire to my face. Fire to the face is bad. There's definitely fewer enemies in the game where actually throwing Pikmin on them is the better strategy. It's usually smaller enemies. Anything bigger than a Dwarf Bulborb. You might want to just reconsider a tossing strategy, because it's just probably not going to work out very well. Definitely getting a large group of Pikmin together, doing a swarm, knocking things aside, is usually the fastest way to take care of things. Especially in freaking Wollywog's cases. Man, I hate these things. Because they are just the biggest jerks, and they just sometimes decide to not be dead. And it's really frustrating. What's not frustrating, though, is finding a ship part. It's the anti-dioxin filter. This fits over the rocket's exhaust ports and filters out all disease-causing agents from the ship's exhaust. That means I'll be able to move around without polluting the planet's atmosphere. I feel worlds better. Good for you, Olimar. Very conscious of the environment. And we need to get these blue Pikmin to work on getting that part back, while we take our yellows to take care of a different ship part. Or at least take care of acquiring a different ship part. We are going to have to do some micromanaging of Pikmin types in order to actually get all the parts we need back. And we do all this while our reds build a bridge and help us get closer to getting another ship part. Also, say hello to the beady long legs. One of the very few actual, like, kind of boss-type enemies in Pikmin 1. There's things like the Puffstool, there's things like the Armored Cannon Beetle, which are big, scary kind of enemies to face off, but they're not really boss fights. They're more just big versions of regular enemies. The Beady Longlegs, on the other hand, is a completely different beast. He takes a lot of abuse. You can't really defeat him in the traditional ways very easily. You've got to hit him in the center there, in his main body, I guess. And the easiest way to do that is to pelt him with yellow Pikmin. because they do have that enhanced throwing height, and it makes it rather easy to make your mark. Otherwise, you gotta wait for him to kind of lean down into attack range, and it just doesn't work out very well. And hey, it's the guard satellite! Deep space is filled with dangers. This automated satellite does its part to help guard both me and my spaceship. I'll sleep better at night once this little satellite is back on duty. Very nice. But, we can't really carry it back yet, because there's a fire blocking the entryway there. And, yeah. Fire plus yellow Pikmin is a bad combination. We just heard a little jingle in the background there. That means our reds are done building that bridge, which is a very long bridge, and it takes a while to build sometimes, so you want to get it done as early as you possibly can. Anti-dioxin filter. The laws of deep space require all ships to eliminate all pollutants. I have now recovered 16 of 30 parts. If I can find just 13 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. So what we gotta do now here is carry our yellows back to camp, swap out some blues here for some more red Pikmin, because red Pikmin are actually very important on this day. They are absolutely necessary to carry back 3 of the ship parts, since there's a lot of fire in the way of you and the ship parts, and getting them back to camp. And red Pikmin are completely immune to any fire-based attacks. It's very nice. It's very handy. And I'm noticing that I might be missing Pikmin somewhere, I guess. Just kind of taking a look around. For some reason, my Pikmin totals, I guess they're not really adding up. Yeah, we have 99 Pikmin on the field. And for some reason, it didn't let me take one out. I don't know. That was a little weird. Take a quick nectar break so we can get some more flower Pikmin going. Always necessary, always fun. And we gotta try and find the right way around, because there are a lot of gates here that we did not knock down on the previous day. And we still don't really have the opportunity to knock them down, honestly. There is some wiggle room here, because we did manage to knock down one imposing gate on day 3, and that definitely helps out a lot. So we could go and grab some bomb rocks to knock down some of these gates, but it's not super necessary still. It's just, you really gotta pick your battles. You really gotta sort of pick your poison here. Do you waste time knocking down gates with a limited supply of bomb rocks? Or do you waste time by having your Pikmin go the long way around and possibly take longer to get ship parts back? Of course, if you're playing more casually, you don't really have to worry too much. Honestly, the 30-day time limit is theoretically plenty of time to get all of the ship parts. You don't have to worry too much about it. Because there's lots of opportunities to just grab multiple ship parts during a day. Just generally the way things are set up, it is 30 ship parts for 30 days, so it's a ship part a day, if you want to play it like that. There's nothing really preventing you from, taking it easy, honestly. And if you do manage to get more than one ship part in a day, you can take some days to just relax and stock up on Pikmin. Also, this part, the Libra, my daughter gave this to me. It is named after an astrological sign, my sweet little girl. I wonder what she's doing at this right at this moment. It's made of flubber! Yeah, the Libra is kind of notoriously glitchy. The way that it sometimes falls, it causes some really weird collision things to go on with the way it impacts the ground, and it can bounce like that. That's actually the first time I've seen it bounce that severely. It's definitely a concerning thing, though, because the way it can end up bouncing, you can end up accidentally... The part can accidentally actually fall off the map. Which, yeah, that's a really bad thing. Guard satellite. This has protected me from space pirates many, many times. I have now recovered 17 of 30 parts. If I can find just 12 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. Yeah, the Libra, depending on, I don't know what causes it, like how the Pikmin move off the ledge there, like the angle at which it like hits the ground, it can end up bouncing completely off the map. And it's what's known as the Libra glitch. Because once it is off the map, you can't get it. It is stuck down in the abyss. And I don't think there's really much of a chance for it to respawn, I guess. But we also found the analog computer. This computer conveys the kind of vague data that falls outside the range of 1s and 0s. Actually, to be honest, it's a little too vague, so it isn't very helpful. Oh dear. Yeah. The only way to really fix the Libra glitch is to restart the day, I think. If you do end up saving the game after that point, especially on the Gamecube version, the Libra glitch, the Libra can end up just being stuck at the bottom of the abyss, and you'll never be able to collect it. Which is extra unfortunate, because it is actually one of the required ship parts in order to finish the game. It is not an optional part that you can skip, because some of the parts, they are optional. You don't have to get all of them in order to actually finish the game. And Yellow Pikmin grabbed onto the analog computer on accident. He's probably gonna get set on fire right about now, which is unfortunate. Well, they actually made it past that fire jet completely unfazed. Didn't make it past that one, though. And we accidentally call our reds back, and a blue Pikmin goes over, and it tries to pick that up, and he gets set on fire, and it's just chaos, and I accidentally throw another blue Pikmin towards the fire, and this is just very tight confines, and this guy, he ends up burning. Unfortunately. Libra! My daughter gave this to me. My late return must have her very worried. Poor Olimar. I have now recovered 18 of 30 parts. If I can find just 11 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. But yeah, the Libra is one of the required ship parts and needed to beat the game, needed to get at least... There are 3 endings to Pikmin, in reality. There's the bad ending, where you do not collect enough ship parts, and you end up crashing to the Earth once everything is done. And there's the good ending, which you get all of the required ship parts, and don't get all 30 ship parts and leave the planet. And there's the best ending, which obviously we are going for, which you get all 30 ship parts and you leave the planet within the 30-day time limit. And, yeah. If the Libra falls into the abyss and you accidentally save your game on the Gamecube version, specifically the Gamecube version, you are basically stuck with a non-completable save file. And it's not a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing. I specify the Gamecube version because The Wii version actually has a feature that was introduced on this that I have not been able to show up because I've been mainly focusing on the main gameplay. I haven't really been showing the menus or anything like that. On the Wii version of the game, you can actually rewind your days. You can go back to a previous day right from the file select menu and choose to replay that day. It ends up deleting all of your progress after that, but it does allow you to complete some days better or undo catastrophic mistakes like the Lieber glitch. Analog computer. This strengthens the outward emotions of the Dolphin's computer. While it does make the computer smart, it also makes it quite quick to anger. It's just like my boss. I have now recovered 19 of 30 parts. If I can find just 10 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. Very good. And that ends up finishing off this day of Pikmin. Very nicely, very cleanly. We've got a little time left to just sort of bring things back to the onions and increase our Pikmin count a little bit. Not bad at all. But yeah, being able to rewind days on the Wii version of the game is a feature that was carried over to the Wii version of Pikmin 2 and both versions of Pikmin 3. It is very helpful indeed, and it allows you to have better control over the flow and progress of your game. Because, like, if you collect a few parts and you just think, oh, I could have done that better, or, oh, I wish my Pikmin didn't get caught in that horrendous bomb rock explosion, you can undo that and try again. And it's very handy, and it allows for a lot more strategic playing that is not really present in the Gamecube version. In the Gamecube version, if you choose to save your game, you're basically stuck with your mistakes. And if you want to try over, you have to start the game over, which is a little annoying. But, you know, you still end up having the option to just not save your game and try that day over again at the end of the day. So it's not too bad. 6 days since impact. There are now only 11 parts I still need to retrieve. Will I be able to recover the parts in 24 more days? Surely there are some parts that are not absolutely necessary. If my ship is not complete by day 30, the only way I will find out is to try and lift off. I just recalled the day I took my son for a ride in this spaceship. He was so happy. I shall tell him of this journey when I return. And I shall return, I must! I can already see the look of wonder on his precious face as I describe my adventures with the Pikmin. Olimar's a good dad, providing for his family, taking his son on spaceship rides. He's a good guy. But anyway, we have reached the end of day 6 on the Wii version of Pikmin. We can see our Pikmin totals today. We sprouted 22 Pikmin, lost 9 to battle. Several of them were set on fire. And, yeah, actually only a couple of them were set on fire. Not several. There was still being set on fire involved, though. Anyway, that's going to call it for right now. Thank you very much for watching. This is your good friend Sparky signing off, and I'll catch you later.